Good afternoon, everyone. I'm David. This is the Diet, as you know, and the man in the white suit there is Callum. And Callum is the beekeeper. And you can see, I don't know what you call that, Callum. What do you call that smoker thing?
A smoker.
It's a smoker.
Yeah.
And Callum has some new frames, brand new frames you can see there for the bees to, so they go into the hive and they sit like that. And they've got the wee honeycombs on them there for the bees, just to allow them a frame to build their comb on. And the hive is just in here, and Callum's just had a look at it, and we're going to be doing some work replacing some of these trays and removing some queen eggs. Is that right?
Yeah.
How many do you think's in there?
On one frame I've already seen about 6 or 7.
So 6 or 7 queen eggs is not a good thing at this time of year. So we're going to go in and destroy those and replace with the new frames. So there's Callum just going in there now. Now I've not got a bee suit on, so I'm standing well back. These could get quite angry. You see some honeycomb there stuck to the top. Now the hive's only been out just a few short weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and it's been quite cold here, so it's amazing they've done so much building already.
I'll show the inside.
So we're going to take the camera over to Carl and let you show you the inside. So I've just come over the fence. This is the roof of the hive. You can see the bees quite happily. Look at that beautiful, beautiful honeycomb they built there. And inside the hive just now, there we are. Look at them, all very calm, all very happy, all very safe. But sadly, Callum's going to have to go in there and destroy a bit of that, and that's going to make them a bit unhappy. However, it's for their own good, because inside those trays, there's 60,000 bees and a few queen eggs that we don't need. And they're not going to be very happy about that. So I'm going to step back out the way, put the camera on pause, hide myself, and start again in a second. There he is now, getting into the bees, shaking them off. So we're hoping to end up with a few hives here. It's great for the environment, great for the fish, great for pollination. Now they're not going to like this one bit. So he's trying to rid the comb of the bees to find the queen eggs. The natural feeding round the loch is ideal for a beehive. Obviously there's plenty of water, it's very, very important to them. There's lots of gorse and trees and wildflower, and the honey will be lovely, I would imagine, and the bees will be very, very happy here. That's evident from the amount of comb they've built in such a short couple of 3 weeks. Now we've only got the one hive at the moment, and we're hoping to have a swarm later in the year and create 2 hives. So if anyone's got a beehive or can build a beehive for us, we'd be very grateful. I don't know the first thing about it, and I could really do with some help or some advice, or ideally a beehive. If you have a spare one or you can build one, happily take that from you. Now we get to lift the trays out. So he's removing each tray in order, scanning them, and the queen eggs will be a very pronounced, almost like a, what do you call those peanuts that you get in the shells? A monkey nut. It'll look like a monkey nut and it'll extend off the side there. He's just pulled one off. And the reason we remove the queens at this stage is if we don't, as the queens hatch, the bees will swarm. Callum's in his full gear. I'm just standing here in normal clothing. Look at that. So there are 60,000 bees in this hive. Found another one. Wow. Ripping off the queens. With the addition of the clean trays, the bees will have more room and they won't feel the need to produce queens and swarm. That's the idea. So when they run out of room, they produce a queen and the hive splits off.
trying to sting me, but it's the joys of having a suit.
So thankfully Callum's wearing a suit because the bees are very unhappy at the moment. And you can see him installing the clean trays now.
Seen the queen, she's healthy, she's happy. Taking all the queen cells down that were there. Yeah, healthy hive. If I hadn't come today, we would have had a swarm in the next week. So hopefully that'll put them back a wee bit and we'll be fine.
We've got lots of room there now, so that should keep them going a few weeks.
Hopefully.
It's amazing the amount of work they've done in the couple of 3 weeks they've been on the go. Very happy, healthy hive. And I love it. I absolutely love having them here. Superb for nature. Superb for the fishery. Superb for pollination. Superb for the birds. Everything. It's just a wonderful thing. If you've got room, you've got the time, think about putting a wee hive somewhere. Now if anyone could help us out with the construction of a beehive, I'd be eternally grateful. There we go. So there's Callum just finished just now.
Just trying to get these bees out of this tub.
Beautiful honeycomb there. That's how you get rid of a cold. A bit of honey. Well, Callum, that's you. Had your first inspection of the bees for a week or two. How are you feeling about things?
They're doing really well. The whole area around here is, especially with now spring's arrived, things are going well. They've got a lot of food. We've got probably about 4 of those frames full of honey coming, so in the next week or two I'll probably add a super for honey.
Super?
Yeah, so a shorter box than that.
Mm-hmm.
That'll hold all the honey frames basically. They'll fill it probably with about 50 to 60 pounds of honey.
Wow.
Over the course of a season. Sometimes we can go larger and larger.
That's incredible.
Depends on how much food's around and they'll store it.
And you think for a location this is a great place to have bees?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
When they're ready in the next month or two, hopefully we'll be ready to split them, which is taking half of the colony away, and we'll maybe dot them around the place sort of thing. And
so we do need another hive.
yeah.
So if anyone can help out with the construction or supply of one of these, we'd be very grateful. You can get in touch with me directly through the fishery or on the Facebook page. Well, Callum, so when are you back again?
Within the week.
Within the week, just to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, just to make sure that they've got enough food and that they're building that new foundation out. There should be. There's enough food in there and there's enough stuff flowering around.
So you're going to show us this pot of cones you've got in there then?
Yeah.
Look at this. This is what he's managed to pull out from the bees. Look at what they've built.
All this fresh white stuff. There's grass on there now. All this fresh white stuff is brand new comb in the last couple of days, probably. Which was the majority of the issue in there just now. Mm-hmm. All this brown stuff is what brood has been laid in before. So there's eggs and larvae and stuff that was in there.
So the darker comb is where they produce new bees from.
Yep.
And the lighter comb is where they put their honey.
Well, it's just brand new comb. You could come back next week and that whole foundation will be this colour.
Oh, fantastic.
But over a period of time and a period of use, they'll turn it into this, because they've got dirty feet. They'll turn it into darker.
Yeah, but no, I never knew bees had dirty feet.
Yeah, they do. Poor bee. She'll go back to the hive. In here, I don't know if you could see, David, see the wee grains of rice? These are eggs.
Oh, wonderful.
They will not turn into bees now. They need the heat and the nurse bees to look after them, but with me taking this out, they'll rebuild, and the queen's laying an incredible amount, a number of eggs in a day. Plus these bigger cells are drone brood, so these are the males. They don't do anything. Their only purpose is to mate.
Ah,
Um,
the ideal life. How many times do they get to mate though?
Once.
Oh, no, it's not ideal.
So a male bee will fly to a field where there'll be hundreds of queens flying about and thousands of drones, and basically, long and short, they mate and then things explode and die.
Oh.
So they'd never make it back to the hive, but
They've done what they need to do.
Basically,
They've done what they need to do.
They survive, they eat, and then they go and die. But
wonderful. So we'll be back here again in about a week's time, Callum thinks, just to check on things. And if you're at Ladiet and you want to know what's going on with the bees, just pop in and ask us, and we'll tell you how they're doing.